Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe.
Time for the main event promo. Massive ovation for Roman Reigns and chants for his name. He says, CM Punk screwed me, so I screwed CM Punk. But Seth Rollins tried to kill me, so I tried to kill Seth Rollins. If any of you have a problem with that, I dare you to come out and say it to my face. So Seth Rollins obliges. Crowd singing his song. That takes a long time. Seth says to Roman, you don't understand how dangerous CM Punk is. You should have let me finish him when I had the chance. I guess our story will never end. There's time to add another chapter. And they're going nose to nose when out comes CM Punk looking exactly like Butthead. I don't know where his friends were. No one told him he should not wear his hair like this on TV.
Dude, who gives a fuck? He came out and the first thing he did was he called Seth Grimace.
That is also true.
I popped.
He was wearing a stupid outfit.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all I wrote. Seth came out in a stupid outfit.
Jammies.
And he said some shit, but I was busy looking at his shitty outfit. Then Punk came out and called him Grimace, and everything was all right again.
So he claims to Roman, I never screwed you in the Royal Rumble. It's every man for himself. You never would have made it to the Rumble if I had not saved your family at War Games. Paul Heyman, you owe me a favor. Thanks for serving the tribal chief to me in a silver platter. And Roman Reigns turns to Paul Heyman. It's like what's he talking about? As he turns his back, CM Punk, like an asshole, jumps in from behind with a weapon. Hits him with a microphone. Complete dick. So everyone starts brawling with everyone else, and they take turns. One of them will be isolated, stand on the table or the post or whatever, and say, you, and point to the sign. So all three of them challenge the other three to the three-way at Mania. So much sign pointing. The other key here is Paul Heyman, who came out, of course, with Roman Reigns. He likes Roman. Complete disdain for Seth Rollins. But he was, exasperated at everything Punk did. Punk is his friend, but Punk winking at him about the favor did him no favors. He was not happy when Punk was the first one to issue this challenge. So Heyman's loyalty is going to come into question in the weeks, and I guess not quite months, but weeks to come.
All I know is they started building this up, actually probably before the Royal Rumble, but they really did a lot with it at the Royal Rumble, and they followed it up after the Royal Rumble, and they finally built up to all three guys being in the ring together here on this SmackDown in Bologna, Italy. And I was like, that's it? Like, this to me felt so underwhelming. I was like, they all stood in the ring, they all said mean things to each other, and then they had a very pedestrian brawl, and they pointed to that stupid sign while they're brawling. Like, what is CM Punk's gimmick? He's the, like, a rebel,
Nonconformist.
a non-conform, whatever.
The most polarizing man in wrestling, whatever
and
you
he's
call him.
pointing this fucking sign like every other geek.
Yeah.
And then Roman Reigns, this tribal chief. Actually, I don't think he pointed at the sign. Seth pointed at the sign, but he's a geek. So that was all right. But still, it was just like, I'm sick of sign pointing.
Yeah.
I got it. You want a match at Mania.
Yes.
I mean, we all knew that. You don't have to point at a fucking sign. It's abundantly clear. Like, Jack Tunney didn't need people to point at a sign and know what match to make, and he was an idiot. So anyway, I was just... And then the funniest part was the brawl breaks out, and at the beginning, they start fighting or whatever, and then the security guys run down, and they break it up. And man, this Joe Tessitore, I don't think I've ever heard anyone so sad to see security. I can't even say in his voice the way he said it. But security comes out. I'll try. And he's just like, and security out here again. He was so disgusted to see security breaking up this brawl. I can't do it, but I howled with laughter at how sad he was to see security. And yeah, it was just a vanilla angle. It didn't feel like a hot match. It didn't feel like three of the biggest stars in the entire company going to do a three-way at Mania. You know what it felt like? It felt like we got three guys not in a program. They don't like each other. So God damn it, we're doing a three-way. That's what it felt like.
It's funny because my thought was when Punk issued the challenge, I was like, wait a minute, isn't the match already official?
No.
And I guess it wasn't.
No.
It's just been so obvious
Yes.
that this is going to happen since at least the Royal Rumble
Yes.
that I assumed, that in my head, I thought the match had already been announced.
No, hadn't been announced yet.
So here you go. They've announced what we all knew was going to happen.
Yeah. That was it.
That was a very long show that we covered about 30 minutes.
And it wasn't, it was a pretty
Nothing happened over those 3 hours.
It was a pretty good show.
No.
If you look back at all the segments, it was actually a pretty good show.
tag
But the
matches.
main event was like such a nothing happening thing that the show ends and you're like, God, that fucking went forever. And for what?
This was a good 1 hour show stretched out over 3 hours.
I'd say 2. It would have been a good 2-hour SmackDown. Are you one of those youngsters today who listens to Spotify? I don't even know what it is. But I do know this. All of our podcasts are available at Spotify. You can head up right now and sign up. The easiest way to do so, f4wonline.com/Spotify. And for just $9.99 per month, you can listen to 84 podcasts on any given month. 84! 2 to 3 podcasts every single day covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. And if you think about $9.99 per month, that's just pennies per day. So check it out today on Spotify. That's f4wonline.com/Spotify. f4wonline.com/Spotify.